Hey everybody, it's Protoman here, and I just want to say thanks everybody for all the support that we've had throughout the years. Um, Thanksgiving is behind us now, and now we have Black Friday. And while I do want to say thanks for all the great listeners we got and all the guys who participate in all our segments and the likes and the comments and all the positive vibes and stuff, I want to give back. So now I want to ask you guys a question. And because it's Black Friday today, as of this recording, I want to discuss essentially what was your best Black Friday find or what you're going to be buying on Black Friday. Now, I'm Canadian, so Black Friday really didn't become a thing until recently because in Canada, our kind of like Black Friday was Boxing Day. Like always after Christmas on December 26th, like the day after Christmas was the big deals day, so to speak. So much so that a lot of government stuff and a lot of places are closed um, on the 26th of December on Boxing Day just to accompany people's ability to then go shopping on that day and get a lot of stuff. And so on Boxing Day, I've found a lot of stuff in the past, but Black Friday really has not been something that I've taken advantage of in full force and found really great stuff. I know that, I mean, it's funny because we have Boxing Day was a thing with us in Canada, and then they just kind of extended into Boxing Week, where now it's like the whole week there's deals, not just the one day. And Black Friday has kind of evolved into that too. It seems like by the time, at least when Canada got it, where it started as like, oh, it's just the Black Friday deals, and now it's like the Black Friday weekend deals. So I find that on top of that, and then there's this Cyber Monday. Now, Cyber Monday, oddly enough, I've taken more advantage of than anything, and it actually is Transformer related. I want to say that my best Black Friday's find out of all the few times that I've really participated in that madness, I just avoid it, to be honest. Um, was I remember Best Buy was like liquidating all their DVDs. Like their DVD section is a shell of what it used to be. Because I mean, who buys DVDs anymore except this guy? And they had the big Batman animated series collector box set. It was like a huge box set, not just like it comes with a whole bunch of extras and this nice big fancy huge box. And I think it was like $30 Canadian, which is like, I mean, by today's standards, it's like 20 bucks American. But this huge box set that originally had an MSRP of like $120. So that was like my big score, I guess you could say, on Boxing Day. Usually I don't, it's funny, I can't think of anything Transformer related. But when it comes to Cyber Monday, which usually comes afterwards, for people who know what Cyber Monday is, it's like it's more online, and also you could kind of like price match the stuff in stores. I know that Toys R Us did a Cyber Monday deal with Creo, and I went and got their big Creo Devastator set, but it was like the Toys R Us exclusive. The guy had like the exclusive Ironhide figure and the exclusive Devastator minifig that came in the orange G2 colors. Like, I remember going out of my way to get that one, and yeah, that was probably that was probably the best. I know mine's are kind of boring, but it's just I can't really think of much. Like it when I think of like Black Friday, especially now today, I usually just kind of take advantage of the online deals that a lot of online stores have, and a lot of them usually aren't Transformer related. A lot of them are usually Magic card related or stuff where it's like people just want to get rid of inventory. They just want to unload. And I mean, it goes back to what I was saying years ago when I did a panel at TFCon about being a frugal Transformer collector and still having a massive collection. And it's just that there's a lot of opportunities all throughout the year to save money. And I mean, just a few days ago, Toys R Us did like an early Black Friday deal, and I was like, oh hey, I'll pick up some of those Bumblebee movie toys that I was hesitant on when they were full price, and I got like the last wave Legend scale, Legion scale Cliff Jumper, just because like those last wave you know toys always are a little more difficult to find in the long run because sometimes stores just don't pick it up. They always get like, a store will get wave one, and wave one will have a big shipment, and that'll sit in the store forever. And then when you get to like wave 2, they get maybe one case, and by the time you get to wave 3 and 4, especially if wave 3 is the last wave, sometimes the stores are still stuck with so much wave 1 and 2 that they don't bother. And so they just kind of, let the other two sit into obscurity. And the Bumblebee movie toys didn't sell very well. So if you see a Cliff Jumper, who, by the way, Cliff Jumper in his case assortment was alone. It was just the one Cliff Jumper and then a whole bunch of repacks. I think it was Hot Rod, Barricade, and Optimus Prime. And so, he's the lone original toy of that last wave. So if you're someone who was sitting on the fence on picking up a Cliff Jumper, if you see him in stores, pick him up, because he'll probably be difficult later on. He's one, it's kind of like with the movie toys, a lot of those Real Gear figures. Remember those ones? The ones that like turned into like accessories and binoculars and cell phones. The last wave of those are really tough to get today, even though no one really cares about 2007 movie toys, but they're really tough to get nowadays because that last wave just, it didn't show up in stores because there was just so much movie product already. But yeah, there's not much really that I picked up. It's funny, I take advantage of the small opportunities online for deals, but otherwise, it's that, and then between Boxing Day, and I always check my flyers I feel like every week there's some kind of deal online from either Amazon or from Toys R Us still in here in Canada, or Walmart. Like, you just got to constantly check online, where, buying full price really doesn't pay off. And when you really, it's one of those things that if you really sat down and thought about all the deals that you made throughout the year, like if you really took the time to tabulate the numbers, sometimes it adds up to a large sum. It really does. And you go, wow, imagine if I would have bought full price as opposed to, all these discount deals that I got. And sometimes I save no joke. Sometimes I save almost $1,000 just in Transformer sales throughout the year, excuse me. Just because of not buying full price. And I find that we live in a day and age today where the product is so expensive now. It's literally doubled in the past 10 years what a deluxe costs now. And I feel that, cost of living has not doubled for people, and, and not cost of living, the money that we make has not doubled. Even if you're someone who works minimum wage, if you were making again, and this changes from state to state, province to province, country to country, but for easy math, if you were making $8 an hour minimum wage in 2009, you're not making $16 an hour today. They didn't double that. So, but yet deluxes had doubled in price. So our cost of purchase now for Transformers has doubled, and yet everything else has stayed the same. So, when you see that deal for an MP, V3 35th anniversary Convoy Optimus Prime, and they slash off $40, $50 off of its expensive price on any of the online retailers, I don't want to name names, take advantage of that, because they're going to jack that right back up for the rest of the year, because then they're going to be able to do the convention scene. The thing about Black Friday and Christmas is that a lot of these retailers, they take advantage of the fact that people are buying holiday gifts, but they also have to take advantage of the fact that there's not a lot of conventions they get to go to make big money. There's no TFCon, there's no, Auto Assembly or EnterCon or any of that kind of stuff that's happening. Shardicon, I'm trying to think of some of the others. DairyCon, I love DairyCon. DairyCon, there's just no conventions during that late winter holiday season, so they don't have a good platform in order to unload a lot of their stock with impulse purchases. So you could take advantage of that. And let me know what you think. What did you get for Black Friday? Obviously, probably some people right now, as of this recording, are lining up in the freezing cold to get into the madness and the door crashers. But let me know what you got. It doesn't even have to be Transformer related. Anything. What did you get? What had caught your eye? And, maybe you'd be able to also let other people know of what you found, and they could possibly, get a chance to pick it up too, because everyone has been finding really good deals, and it's always cool to share what you found so that maybe other people could be able to get those deals too. So let us know what you think. What did you buy? What did you find? What did you find in the past? What was your best score ever? I mean, I think it was that Batman box set. And if it's Transformers related, probably that Devastator, that Creo Devastator. Because that Bumblebee that I just talked about, not the Bumblebee, the Bumblebee Cliff Jumper, I think I only saved like $4 on it. But I mean, it's a Scout class, not Scout Legends class. So how much could you save really on something that small? But yeah, let me know what you got. And once again, guys, thanks for everything, being a fan of the podcast, and I hope you're having a great Black